This is not a push. It's a reminder that motivation comes and goes, but mindset is what remains. Motivation is one of the most misunderstood forces in personal growth. Many people believe progress begins with feeling inspired. They wait for excitement, for confidence, and for a surge of energy that makes effort feel easy. And when that feeling disappears, they assume something is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Motivation was never designed to stay. It comes and goes, influenced by mood, environment, results, and validation. It rises when things feel hopeful. It fades when effort becomes repetitive or uncomfortable. That does not mean you are weak. It means you are human. The problem begins when motivation is treated as the engine instead of the spark. An engine must run consistently. A spark is brief. When progress depends on motivation, consistency becomes impossible. You move when you feel good and pause when you do not. Growth becomes conditional. Mindset works differently. Mindset is what remains when motivation leaves. It is the quiet decision to continue even when enthusiasm has worn off. It is the internal agreement you make with yourself before emotions get involved. A strong mindset does not ask, "Do I feel like doing this?" It asks, "Is this aligned with who I am becoming?" That question changes everything. Because feelings fluctuate, identity does not. When action is tied to identity rather than emotion, discipline becomes natural. You act not because you are inspired, but because it makes sense to you. This is why people who rely on motivation start strong and stop often. And people who rely on mindset start quietly and last longer. Mindset creates structure where motivation creates spikes. Structure does not require excitement. It requires intention. There will be days when progress feels invisible, days when effort feels unrewarded, days when stopping feels easier than continuing. Those days are not signs to quit. They are moments when mindset matters most. A steady mindset understands that growth is rarely dramatic. It happens in repetition, in showing up without applause, and happens in choosing consistency over intensity. Intensity impresses, consistency transforms. You do not need to feel confident to take the next step. You need clarity. Clarity about what matters, what you are building, and the cost of stopping. When clarity is present, motivation becomes optional. This does not mean ignoring rest or forcing productivity. It means removing emotion from commitment. Some days you will feel strong. Some days you will feel uncertain. Your mindset holds the line through both. And over time, something shifts. Action becomes less negotiable. Discipline becomes quieter. Progress becomes more stable. You begin to trust yourself again. Not because you always feel motivated, but because you continue even when you do not. That trust compounds. And slowly, without announcement, your life begins to move forward. What you build does not depend on how motivated you feel today. It depends on what you choose to return to when motivation leaves.